Well, it's time to introduce you to another candidate running for the school board. Earlier, I had a chance to sit down with Nottingham, who is running in District 8.
And thank you very much for the invite. I'm running for the office because I have two kids in the school system. Like I said, 20 years experience as a college administrator directing pre-college programs. My oldest is a 9th grader. My youngest is a 3rd grader. I've been involved with the PTSAs in the county for the past 10 years. So I feel that I have the overall breadth and wealth of experience, and we need to raise the profile of our Board of Ed members so that we've got some tough challenges and tough decisions as it relates to our school system. And I feel that I'm well qualified and prepared to help to deal with those issues.
Now tell our viewers a little bit about the position that you held at the University of Maryland and how that can help you if you're elected.
Absolutely. I directed a pre-college program called the University of Maryland Educational Talent Search Program, which is federally funded by the United States Department of Education and primarily works with low-income first-generation populations, helping them to plan and prepare for higher education. Well, we work with 10 high schools in Prince George's County Public Schools, Bladensburg, Central, Duval, Fairmont Heights, Forestville, High Point, Northwestern, Parkdale, Potomac, and Suitland High Schools. So I've had the opportunity to interface with all levels of the school system, from the superintendent, deputy superintendent, down to the school-based staff, principals, teachers, and otherwise. So I feel that I have a very good perspective to be able to lend to the school board. We can have great schools in Prince George's County. What I find right now is that we have good programs. Like, for example, my son is in the Science and Tech program at Oxon Hill. My daughter is in the TAG program at John Hanson Montessori. So those are good programs, but we need to make sure that we have great schools overall. And the difference is that, you know, a lot of parents, you know, when you go around talking to parents, they reference those programs as opposed to the great school or the quality education that you can receive in Prince George's County. And that's where we need to shift the focus to make sure that all of our students, regardless of what program, what school that they're in, are receiving the best quality education that they can receive, and I think we can do that. We're dealing with a tight fiscal time right now. The state has talked about shifting some of the teacher pensions to the counties, which is going to cause, you know, some tightness in the budget there. So one, we need to be great stewards of our budget. With our $1.6 billion budget, we need to make sure that we're making the right decisions of how we're utilizing those resources. Number two, we've got to have great teachers, we've got to have great principals that are leading our schools. And overall, we've got to make sure that our parents are engaged and involved in the process. And I think, and that's what I'm talking about with greater expectations. If we raise the level of expectations at all those levels, we can have great schools here in Prince George's County. I've been focused on helping young people to plan and prepare for higher education, and that's what our school system are trying to do, or their experience beyond high school. So don't want to ignore that. Not all of our kids are going to college. So for those kids that decide not to go to college, what avenue are they exploring? How are our schools preparing them for that route? So things of that sort. So we got our certification programs and other things. So I think overall I bring you know, a good combination of experiences both in the community, educationally, professionally, that would really.
Now, the primary is on April 3rd. Early voting starts on March 24th and runs through the 29th.